Hey y'all, it's Jadina and Marcus Addison, and we are back with Love Over Losses.
How y'all doing? I just want y'all to know that today I will be running the show, so be prepared to listen.
Yeah, so today we will be discussing something that is personal that we struggle with and that hits close to home for us, something that is not talked about enough, let alone in the Black community, which is anxiety and depression, battling it and supporting your spouse when they are going through it. And I have been battling anxiety and depression currently and for the past few years, but I didn't realize it until this past year maybe. Just feeling tired, sad, anxious, and irritated very, very, very easily. And sometimes just randomly or out of the blue.
For no damn reason at all.
Whatever. Yeah, but that's true. For no reason at all. Like, just randomly. It just comes like that. And I feel like when I first opened up to my husband about it, I feel like he was confused and didn't fully like grasp what was going on, you know? And so I remember one time saying, maybe I should go, to a counselor. And I remember you laughed and said, no, nah, baby, you don't need to go to no counselor. You don't need to go to no counselor. So, like, no, you don't need to do that. But I just remember after that, like, I just held off and, like, didn't talk about it. Like, I didn't talk about it. And a lot of the times, like, when I would be going through it, when I would feel that way, be feeling down or anxious or irritated or whatever the case may have been, it was a big change in my attitude. So a lot of the times we would get into it. Like, we would have full-blown arguments about it because it's like, what is wrong with you all of a sudden? What happened? Who pissed you off? Or what happened that you're not telling me about it? And why can't you tell me about it? Like, what's going on? And it really wasn't that. It was just that I didn't fully understand what was going on with myself, so I couldn't really just explain to him, like, I'm irritated just for no reason at all, or I'm sad just for no reason at all. So I didn't really fully understand. So, of course, I couldn't explain to him, like, what's going on with me to make him understand. So we would just, like, argue. Like, when I got like this, we would be arguing about it.
Absolutely.
And so I just remember a few years back reading a book by Charlemagne called Shook One, Anxiety is Playing Tricks on Me. And I remember he talked about his experience and a few different other people's experiences. So I remember I waited till like an occasion, like a birthday or a holiday or something, and I sent it to my husband so maybe he could like better understand what I'm going through. And so I feel like not only did that help him, but that also helped him discover some stuff about himself as well. And like, that's not the only thing that helped. Just, being more understanding and doing research and just being comfortable to discuss like how I feel and what's going on with myself. Like, with him, he has been like super supportive, encouraging, and he is, it's not always about like what you say to me. It's just, I just appreciate you always being there, giving me support and love, letting me know I'm not alone and staying connected with me.
Baby.
So what would you tell like somebody of a spouse of somebody that is battling depression or anxiety? Like, what would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
The first thing I'm going to say, man, is that anxiety, depression, and paranoia is a serious issue. And I think that if you have any signs of having any of these issues, man, that you should definitely reach out to somebody that you're comfortable with and find a safe zone for you to be able to talk to each other with. And that's one of the things that I learned from reading that book. Charlemagne is a great author, man, and I believe that anybody that has time to read that book should definitely pick it up. It's a must-buy and a must-read. Me personally, when I was dealing with these issues with my wife, at first, I thought it was just a woman thing, like going through changes emotionally and stuff like that. And honestly, I thought the girl was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I just, like I said, man, it was a situation where I just didn't take it as serious as I should have, and it took her expressing how she felt about the situation in order to, kind of like make me take a step back and really look at it and see what was really going on. Because me myself, I didn't want to face reality that there may be something wrong with her like that, because I know that that's something that's really hard for individuals to deal with, and by doing so, by stepping back and looking at the situation differently, man, it really taught me a lot, man, that this is something that's very important to pay attention to when it comes to our African American community alone. We struggle with so many things, man, going years back, decades back, that's unexplainable to the opposite race or to anyone else. And it also, what I spouse, if they don't understand the situation like I did. Throughout this whole time, man, I learned that, I too have some anxiety problems and depression problems that I didn't even really realize that I had. It just took me taking the time out to do a little research on it and wanting to be in tune with my wife in order to learn that, hey, there might be something wrong with you too. You know what I mean? So, like, once I learned that I was having issues, I was able to share with her.
And it's not something wrong with you. It's just that you're going through something.
I'm most definitely going through something. So
okay, I'm saying, like, when you battling something, it's not necessarily something wrong with you. You're just going through something.
Right. You're right about that. But in your mind, when you're dealing with it by yourself and not talking to somebody else that can help you, that's how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel like something's wrong with you, and that's like,
Yeah, and when you're going through something like that, like, for me, that's when the devil just really starts attacking you, like, when you are already struggling. So, like, prayer is a must. Like, that's
Absolutely.
what helped me a lot.
Absolutely.
Making you, sorry, husband, to keep interrupting, just making you feel like you're alone, you're the only person going through this, and, like, something is wrong with you, and that's not the case. So the devil will start attacking you.
Absolutely, there. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And I believe that, I wouldn't have made it, this far as far as dealing with it myself if I wouldn't have had my wife there to support me and help me. I mean, because whenever she was going through what she was going through, I was just like, why? Like, I just talked to you 5 minutes ago, and you were all right. Now you're like, you're upset. And I would ask her, like, hey, what's going on? And she was just like, I don't know. And I'm like, how do you don't know? If you're the one that's upset or you're sad or, or whatever, like, how you don't know what's going on? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like this. And you know what I'm saying? And I would get upset because I felt like that she was closing down on me or didn't want to allow me in to help her and stuff like that, or she just didn't want to tell me what was going on. And it would set a negative energy level between us, and we would end up having, disagreements about it. And, that was something else that we had to get past. And once I started realizing that, this was something that was serious and something that, has to be paid close attention to, I was able to understand her more, and we've been working through it, and we're doing better than we were before. So I definitely say, speaking with your partner and giving them the opportunity to open up to you and you open up to them and y'all share each other's views is the best thing. And if you can't get any help like that, I would definitely advise you to seek, professional help, because it's always a great thing as well.
Mhm. Yeah, and yeah, don't dismiss going to the doctor, because I recently did go to the doctor, not on anything like dealing with anxiety and depression, but come to find out I did have like some imbalances in my hormones that was causing me to like feel all the symptoms that I was feeling due to like depression, down, fatigue, all of that. So don't dismiss going to the doctor either.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. But, it's one of those type of deals, man, where, you just gotta take time out to, take care of yourself, man, and make sure that you getting the proper attention, man, that will help you get through the things that you're going through. And that's pretty much what it boils down to. I see Charlamagne and Taraji P. Henson on a talk show a few weeks ago, and they were talking about it, and Rashi was explaining that, you know, she too experienced the same type of thing in her relationship. And with her husband's help, you know, she's gotten better, you know, and she was just turning, I believe, 50 or something like that. Like, and, you know, she said this is something that she's been dealing with for a long time. And, you know, she gave a lot of good feedback, a lot of positive feedback, especially coming from a successful black woman. And Charlamagne was on there, and he talked about the book, and he gave some powerful feedback as well, man. And I just, you know, I'm thankful to have those type of people that, you know, reach out to the public and allow us to see that, you know, it's not just us. Everybody goes through it, you know, and allow us to learn from their experiences and be able to get better together as one, you know. And that's all it is. We're all the same. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time out to listen to us today, and I hope that the things that we share with you not only help you, but I hope that it helps others as well. And I hope that if we can do anything to help you, that you'll reach out at any time. Thank you.
Agreed. Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and comment below. And if you guys want to send in questions or topics that you want us to discuss, yes, and you can email us at loveoverlosses@gmail.com, or you can send them in the comments below. And thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time.